Hey everyone, it's Vicky with Valkyrie coming at you. It's gonna kind of be a hybrid video. Those of you that kind of watch me regularly, I do tarot, and that'll be part of it. But I also do a little bit on twin flame readings, or background on twin flames. Those of you that follow me know that I believe firmly within my soul that I am in separation from my twin flame. Took me until I met her and we broke up for me to realize what a twin flame even was. But here we are. As things go, there's always a divine masculine, a divine feminine. I identify more with the divine feminine part. Sorry, Mercury in retrograde. I can't talk. I'm very highly influenced by planetary alignments, especially moon shifts, which is funny because my twin flame is a Cancerian and I'm a Scorpio. So water babies, you know how the tide is influenced by the moon. I digress. Anyways, I identify more with the divine feminine side of it because of the depth of my emotions and my ability to express myself, and more or less the fact that in our dynamic I've been more of the chaser than the runner. But I do admit I have had my moments of running, usually when I get fed up or at the beginning where I was really worried because we were moving so fast. That being said, today, February 22nd, 2020, added up numerology wise, it's 10, so finality. I had my day off, which is not common for me. I don't usually have Saturdays off, like, ever, because of my profession. I always have to work on weekends, but I chose today to try to find some closure. I've been stuck in this separation phase on and off for almost a year. And the funny thing is I met my twin flame via a dating website in March of last year, and our total time together was so intense and so short, but the impact we had on each other, at least the impact she had on me, was life-changing. We've spent months in non-contact. She gave me a chance in September to try and work on it after I said, like, look, this isn't working for me. I still care about you. I need to step forward and I need to heal. And she asked me to stay. She said we'd try, and we tried. And my anxiety got the best of me because I am old-fashioned. I want commitment. I want someone who's only going to be with me. And my background, I've been cheated on in every relationship I've been in. So when she pulled away and she got distant, my brain went to a place it shouldn't have gone. And I don't know if she did or not. I don't know if there was truly a third party, but I put that energy out there, and it drove me to the point of frustration. And I got angry, and I said things I can't take back. And I don't know if she'll ever forgive me. But I hope she does someday. That being said, we are now in February, and those of you that have been following my story, you know that I broke up with my ex, or we ended things around on my birthday in October. And soon after that, in November, I had to put my dog down, my 13-year-old husky, who has been my emotional companion forever. Sorry. I put her down. And then soon after that, I found out I had to have surgery for the first time ever on my Achilles, which really changed my ability to do my job. So I was laid up for lots of time to think, which is great when you're a Scorpio with a lot of Libra placements. And then in December, my father had complications due to a surgery that he ironically had on my birthday. And he wound up passing away before Christmas. So here's the issue. Through all of this, I am obviously grieving the loss of my dog and the loss of my father. But my grief for the loss of my twin flame has trumped all of them. And it's not that I didn't love my dad, obviously I did. I didn't love my dog, obviously I did, but there's reasonings for how I can get over them. They had to go. It was their time. My nose is red. But my twin flame chose to leave. She chose to walk away. She chose to stop answering texts. She chose to get distant. She chose this. She chose a life without me in it. And that is perhaps the hardest thing for us twin flames to adjust to. I don't have a why. I don't have a reason. All I have is my head, which literally I feel like I'm going crazy, even though I've been more balanced than ever, because I'm basically shutting off how I feel with all the grief I'm dealing with. Go Scorpio, yay! The truth is, today, I chose to let go. And I don't know if it's gonna work, but here I am confessing to you in YouTube land, internet world, whatever country you're at, that I am choosing today to let go. I contacted my twin flame with a video instead of a text, hoping that she actually watched it and that I'm not blocked, because we all know how divine masculines go, those of us that are divine feminines. I hope she has found someone else, and I hope that that person can love her better than I can, and that she can feel free to be herself, and that she doesn't feel smothered by affection like I did to her. I hope she's happy and healthy and safe, even though it kills me that I couldn't be that person for her. What I did was, I went to the last place we went on our last date back in September, October, whatever it was. It's all a blur now. It was her favorite place to go when she needed to think. By the water, both of us being water babies. Anyone that's a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian, you know what I'm talking about. Water just heals us. I sat there with my pea coat on in 40-degree weather by the water in New York and wrote. I wrote for an hour straight in my journal. A journal, ironically, completely dedicated to her, because it was the only way I could get over our separation, was instead of reaching out to her over text, which is fucking annoying, I just wrote to her in a journal. I wrote my final goodbye today. I asked the universe and the angels and the guardians above to grant me the strength to move on in this world, this life without her, but also to offer the opportunity for her to come back of her own free will when she's ready. I also asked that we have another chance in another life, because I know we have had past lives together, and I never said that to her because I was afraid I'd sound crazy. But there was a day we were laying in bed and she asked me if I believed in past lives, and I half-assed it, made a joke of it, because that's what I do when I'm uncomfortable. I didn't want to tell her I already recognized her. I didn't want to tell her that my soul already knew her, because I knew how intense that was, and I knew how freaked out I would be if someone that you barely knew told you that. I know her. My soul knows her from multiple lives. And I know I'll see her again in another one. And I hope we're both ready when that happens. Because if I've had to go through this in every life, and she's had to go through this in every life, God bless it, karma has to give us something, right? Sometimes when you love someone unconditionally, that means loving them enough to let them go so that they can be happy even if they're not with us. So, Britt, if you ever watch this, I want you to be happy. I want you to find someone who can give you a family, who can support you, and who doesn't get frustrated with your need for distance, and who doesn't get anxious when you need your time to yourself, and who can respect your boundaries, because I realize now I couldn't. I realize now that the way I loved you was how my dad taught me to love. I had to earn affection when I was a kid. That's what I thought love was. Try better, do more. Be persistent, never give up. That was how I was raised. Even though I'm never giving up on you, I realize that my energy and my persistence is overwhelming to you. So here I'm letting go. I hope someday we find our way back. But if that doesn't happen in this life, then I'll see you in the next one. For all of you in Twin Flame Land, in separation, I hope you can find the strength to do the same someday. Because there are stages to separation, which I'm sure I've mentioned in another video somewhere along the line, but I've lost so much this year. I lost a promotion. I lost my ego. I lost my companion. I lost my father. I lost the love of my life. Because I couldn't just sit back and let it happen. I felt a need to control it. Just let the universe give you what you deserve in the time that you deserve it. Don't force it. And there's a lot to be said about if you love it, let it go. If it comes back, it's meant for you. If not, it was never yours. Good luck out there. I'm not going to stop making these videos, obviously, but good luck. Because I know what this feels like. It's awful. And there's a reason why so many of us give up. And me letting go isn't giving up. It's just me letting her move on. Check in for my tarot video that's going to be connected with this. I'm going to title it, Is It Time to Let Go? Twin Flame reading. See you guys around.